Hey everybody, this is Scott Shikawa, and we are back at the University of Hawaii Stanchef Center for the 12th annual FIRST Robotics Regional Competition. This is put on every year by the Friends of Hawaii Robotics, and with me today is Amber Imai. Amber, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Amber was an intern at the Akamai Workforce Initiative. TMT is one of the sponsors of that. But talk about the STEM-related side. Why are we trying to get our kids earlier involved into these kind of things? You know, when I was growing up, we had metal shop and wood shop. We didn't have elementary kids now. They're, building robots.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a huge push to just have that kind of STEM-minded thinking. You want to be able to troubleshoot and problem solve on the fly. You need to know how, when a problem arises, how to solve it. And that's applicable to any field that you encounter. Just knowing how to think on your feet and how to problem solve quickly and efficiently, how to work on a team, those are all very important skills. And even in technical fields and outside of technical fields, teamwork is so important. So that's one of the life skills that goes well both in the workplace, in STEM fields, and outside. We see that a lot in the university level because they do work with university students. The kids who know how to do teamwork will get 10 times farther than the kids who just don't.
So where are you now?
So right now I'm an avionics engineer for the Hawaii Spaceflight Lab. I build small satellites and I do a lot of outreach as well. So I work with a lot of students.
So what's your role today? You've been here at several of these robotic competitions for last 6-7 years or something like that. Yeah.
So I've been volunteering at this event since 2008 when I was a freshman here at the University of Hawaii studying engineering. Now I'm a full-fledged engineer. Today I am running field power. So we start and stop the matches and make sure that the cuers have all the correct robots on the field and that the robots are working properly.
So every year there's a different game theme. What's the objective this year? That we have these balls and we have these rings and.
Okay, so this year our game is sponsored and funded by Boeing, and they came up with this deep space theme. So these are called cargo hatches, and what they do is they stick here like this with a Velcro. They're worth 2 points each, and these are called cargo. And we want to fill the rockets and the cargo ship with the cargo. So these are worth 3 points each, and they go kind of just right in there.
And the
robots have to do all of this.
Let's talk about, okay, well, I think robotics is how we kind of draw in the kids, to do these kind of activities, STEM activities. But what's the long-term goal, I guess, with these programs and with these competitions? Yeah.
So through the first program that I participated in, we had to build robots. We had to learn how to fundraise and acquire funds, budget. We had to travel to the mainland back then because there was no FIRST in Hawaii. So we needed to understand a budget, time constraints. There's a 6-week build period. So the game is announced in early January. And then we have 6 weeks before we have to bag up our robot and not work on it for a while. So there's a lot of trying to figure out your time constraints, how much, what can you get done within a 2.5-minute match. There's also the game. There's extra points that can be scored at the beginning of the game or at the end of the game. That deals with the climbing, which is these risers that you see on the sides. Just trying to figure out what is priority. Learning that was huge for me in the real world. And the students that come out of these programs go on to become technicians, engineers. Some of them even go into animation, digital design. It's more than just building robots. It's about building relationships. This is a big community, and in Hawaii especially, we just pretty much everyone knows each other. It's like a yearly reunion where we all just kind of get together. A lot of the volunteers here are past participants, so a lot of us here are have a close connection and strong ties.
How does it feel knowing you are here as a student doing robotics and now you're kind of on the other side helping out, grooming the students or being a mentor?
Oh, it's great. I try to contribute as much as I can because I had great mentors and I had a lot of people who really supported me to go to college, to like fight and keep pushing, because I'm not the best student there is. And I just, like, I wouldn't have made it without the people who mentored me, really like being there behind me and pushing me through. So I'm really grateful that I get the opportunity to be there for a lot of these students, even a lot of the graduates who are now volunteering. I get to be there for them. Kind of seeing them succeed is really, really, like, it makes me feel so good.
And now you're paying it forward, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Amber, thank you for taking the time.
Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah. So if you want to learn more about the TMT project, you can go to our website at www.tmt.org. And until next time, aloha.